So I attempted to skateboard a marathon from our small town in Western Australia called Rockingham to Perth City, which was meant to be around 45 kilometers. If that interests you, continue watching this video. Yeah, so it's 9:54 on Thursday. Tomorrow and Friday I'm going to do the skate from Rockingham to Perth. Not exactly sure literally about anything. I don't really know. I don't know how long it takes to skate like 40-50 kilometers. I don't know when I'll start to fatigue. I don't know how fast I'll skate. Basically, I was sick for a week a couple weeks ago. Sick for 7 days for sure. And then on that 7th day, because I hadn't exercised at all, I thought I'm going to get a little bit of exercise in. I want it to be outdoors in the sun to get a good bit of vitamin D. And yeah, I just thought I'll go for a skate because in summertime, I do actually really enjoy going for a skate just along the coast. Took it out for a spin and I was like, yeah, this is really enjoyable. I remember why I like doing this. Anyway, I just said to Sam, this stupid thought came in my head. Why don't I just ride to Perth one time? We live in Rockingham, quite far down the coast, about 45-minute drive down the coast from Perth. So it's going to take a hot minute. People ride to Perth sometimes on their bikes. It's not too bad of a ride. It's super flat along the freeway, so it's not very scenic. However, you do cover a lot of distance without any technicalities like too much climbing or elevation or anything like that. I don't know how I'm going to go. I literally went for a 30-minute skate the other day and my Achilles on my left leg, which is my pushing leg, was pretty tender afterwards. And surprisingly, on my stationary leg, the one that I balance on my right one, my quadricep was bust. It was fired up. And I realized that you're doing just a pretty decent, essentially oscillating isometric the whole time you're skating with that balancing leg, unless you can switch up, which I can't switch up. Yeah, I just know for a fact that right knee is going to flare up and it's going to get very sore, and the quadricep on that right leg. And contralaterally on that left ankle, the Achilles is going to get super sore from just pushing so much. But nah, I'm interested to see how it goes. The plan of attack is I'm going to go to work in the morning at 6 a.m. with my client Army, and we're going to get a bit of work in. Then I'm going to leave, drive backtrack to pick up Sam. He'll have me a coffee, and then we're just going to drive to the freeway just before the entrance and basically just leave the car there and start. He's going to ride his bike. I'm going to ride the skateboard to the city. Hopefully we get there in a decent amount of time where we can have a feed afterwards before going back to work at 2. So we both have shifts that we managed to push back till 2 p.m. We're starting probably at about 7:38, which leaves us around 6 hours, if my quick maths is correct, to kind of get the whole skate ride done, hopefully have a feed and get back, even though I know I'll be absolutely busted up. Yeah, honestly, in terms of how long it's going to take me, I have no idea. I'm hoping 4 hours would be sick. Less time would obviously be awesome, but I can't underestimate how long it will take just because I don't know when I'll fatigue and how that knee will flare up and when it will. Same vice versa with the Achilles on the left leg. But let's just say I reckon 3 hours and 45 minutes will be my time to get through. Obviously, I'm probably not going to skate the entire duration non-stop. I'm going to have some stops. I'm going to have to call in for our special guest in the form of a white can eventually throughout the ride, just for a little bit of an energy kick. But yeah, I probably reckon 4 hours, sub 4 hours would be sick. Basically, I'm not really going to have any gear. Obviously, no nutrition is crucial with endurance type efforts. This is an endurance type effort, and it's not quite an extreme one in terms of my energy systems. It's just going to be like steady state endurance for 3 to 4 hours. So I made sure I got to the shops and catered for those needs. I got some giant anaconda lolly snakes because whenever I do endurance feats, I do realize that I need around 30 to 60 grams of carbs per hour roughly. And so 2 of those snakes are, I think, 45 grams of carbs. So I just know every hour, every 45 minutes to 60 minutes, I need to have 2 of those snakes, and I'm relatively sorted nutrition wise. And for dinner, I picked up a pack of nasi goreng, the OG of 2-minute noodles. As a kid, I used to be a big beef 2-minute noodles man. But yeah, nasi goreng is just so eloquent. And so I had 4 packs of that. I walked into the shops at like 7:30, 8 p.m. after a big day at work. Didn't really want to think. All I could think was just get yourself carbs. And so I thought first thing, 2-minute noodles or instant noodles. 50 something grams of carbs per packet, and I had 4 of them. So you're looking at 200 grams of carbs, which is decent, not too bad. So I just had that, and I thought I was going to feel heaps shitter because it's obviously a pretty povo dinner, but I actually feel pretty good. It was a lot of food, and I thought it was going to be quite sickly, but I've pulled up not too bad from it, which I'm pretty pleased with. So hopefully that gives me that carb boost or that carb load, as you've probably heard tonight before the event tomorrow. The reason why I just had strictly carbs was A, because I was super lazy and tired from work, but 2, most importantly, is I already had 3 meals today. I had burrito bowl with sweet potato mash, and then for lunch I had a salmon cream cheese bagel. Then for an early dinner, I had some teriyaki chicken and rice. So I covered the bases quite handsomely with protein there. And so I did realize all I really needed was carbohydrates for that dinner, for the carb load. But anyway, that's my nutritional plan of attack. Obviously that stuff, a couple snakes every 45 to 60 minutes, a coffee at the start of the day, and then either just one coffee throughout the rest of the day, or I will have to call upon the white monster, which will get me through the day. But besides that, I'm not really packing any gear. I'm going to leave my stuff at work so that we can catch the train back, probably catch an Uber to my car, and then we can go straight to work and do our shifts, even though I'll probably be in some pretty severe pain. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to wear. I'm going to have to quickly look for that now. But in terms of shoe, the shoe is like a seriously important / crucial part of this skate. And my whole entire life, I've been a big skate shoe dude. Like, if you're skating or you're on a skateboard, you've got to be wearing a skate shoe. People that used to wear sneakers on a skateboard used to piss me off. However, I have come to realize that during that time where I was skating quite a lot, and in all due respect to myself, I was never a skater, I did have a lot of close friends that did skate, and so just naturally by default, I would go with them on a skateboard and roll around and occasionally just roll up and down the ramps and do some very, very basic vert stuff. Yeah, it used to piss me off, but at the time, all sneakers were going through that phase where they were super thick soled and really cushiony and squishy. And so that kind of annoyed me because, you know, your proprioception on that board won't feel fantastic with those squishy shoes. However, you know, the lifestyle sneakers are making a comeback at the moment with New Balance. I think they kind of started it, and then you've got Adidas and Nike obviously doing it, but Asics are like a huge company in the market at the moment with lifestyle sneakers. They're just bringing back their old sneakers, which are quite firm. So the 2 potential shoes I'll use are these Nike SBs, which I used to rock when I used to obviously hang out with my mates and skate. Just a traditional basic skate shoe, super hard on the bottom. I think I'm going to use them and bring them old dogs out, but I really love this Asic, which is my work shoe. I honestly don't know which one it is, but it's awesome. It's the most versatile shoe ever. I take it on holidays when I go running, and it doesn't feel too bad. It feels obviously like a firm ride, but it feels pretty good nonetheless. But it's also, yeah, it's stiff in a good way. So you can get away with longer runs with it fine. I mean, everyone always is debating and arguing like, oh, what's the best shoe for, you know, every run or longer runs specifically, or shorter speedy runs specifically, or gym, anything like that. Obviously it has some merit, but at the same time I think rubbish. Like, people are running in sandals in Mexico and they're absolutely destroying marathons. So just to have a versatile sneaker like this, which mind you was the best technology you could get at a certain stage, probably only like 15, 20 years ago, and people were running fine with it. In 2025, you can obviously run fine with it too. But what I'm trying to say is it's just firm enough that I feel like I can skate with it. There's not a lot of squish or cushion to it that would be detrimental to skating. So I'm really leaning heavily towards these, but I feel like I've got to do my old self justice. The young kid that used to jump on the skateboard all the time and wear the Nike SBs, the traditional skate shoe. Yeah, that's it. I'll probably be talking to you tomorrow when I wake up. It's 10 o'clock now, so I'm probably just going to go straight to bed. I'm not going to read or anything like that. Usually I don't sleep well, or I stall and procrastinate so I don't have to sleep on nights that I do dumb, stupid, like endurance feats or events like this. I've done many before, and I always don't sleep well or opt not to sleep as early as I can. I think it's just because I'm trying to procrastinate the fact that I have to do it, and it's going to be super dumb and annoying. But this isn't a big one. This is kind of just like off the cuff. We thought of this a week ago and we thought, screw it. I have to do it tomorrow. I didn't want to do it tomorrow, but Sam is going to Bali for 10 days, and I was meant to go to Nepal like a few days after he gets back in 10 days for 3 weeks. But they just overthrew their government overnight. I was going to get tickets, and I said, I'll wait till tomorrow to see if... Oh, I don't know why. I just said I'll wait till tomorrow because I thought I saw some protests. Anyway, wake up the next day, first message I received, Nepal's overthrown their government, pretty much quite literally. So I might not be going on that trip anymore, but I still really want to go. So that's why I'm doing it today, because Sam wants to come. And of course, if I play footy next year, I've got to have a good pre-season and get into that age where you can't. And I've had like a lot of injury disruptions this season and last season. So I really need to put my best foot forward for a good pre-season. And obviously, even though it's just a skate, it's going to have huge implications on my load. It's just a massive spike in load. And so for load management, I'm obviously not going to be able to do anything on the legs for the next 2 to 3 days. So you can't be doing that mid pre-season. You have to have a solid pre-season. That's why I'm trying to get that out of the way now, in case I have to do a footy pre-season, which I probably will. And before I have to do this fucking bodybuilding comp that Sam challenged me to. And I've got a couple other things I'd like to do. Either some endurance running stuff, or maybe some cooler, more interesting stuff like trying to learn how to dunk. But nonetheless, that's probably enough information. I've done zero maintenance to the skateboard. It's just there. My good friend Kestrel Manhattan got it for me. But yeah, so basically that's it. I'm going to go to bed now and wake up for my 6 a.m. sesh, which is a 5 a.m. wake up. And from there, I'm going to pick up Sam. I'll speak to you tomorrow and you'll see it tomorrow. So yeah, can't wait. See you then. All right, I just got up. It takes me a minute to get up, so I'm just going to try to open my eyes straight away today. That should be right. It usually takes me about 10 minutes to get up, so just going to sit here, listen to some music, and hopefully get up pretty quick. Alright, that's me done, and I just realised the time constraints are actually pretty aggressive. So yeah, gonna get stuck into it and pick up Sam now. We're skating to Perth. What are your thoughts?
Well, where are you now? He's driving out to the freeway.
Yeah.
Get it all done before Sam goes on his holiday, eh?
Buzz,
now.
we have work at 2 o'clock in Rocco.
Oh, nah, you're not making that. No way.
Wait, do you reckon we will? Yeah, we will. We will make it.
No, you won't. No chance. It's 8 o'clock and you haven't even started.
Yeah.
No chance. Now, boys.
All right, so we're here at the Baldivis BP northbound. We've already screwed up. We were meant to start about 2 kilometres back there, but the freeway's closed, which Sam told me ages ago, but I obviously just didn't acknowledge it. Just want to start off firstly by saying we're at a truck stop and I'm uncomfortable. This isn't my element. I've realised that unless I'm in Eastern Europe somewhere, then I'm not going to be comfortable if I'm at a truck stop. Those truck stops are the ones that it feels like home to me. Yeah, we're running a little bit behind schedule. Just quickly want to touch on a few things. My left Achilles on my pushing leg is feeling a little bit tender. I think it just started this morning. I think it's just my mind saying like, you're an idiot for even assuming this is a good idea. Trying to scare me off, but it's not going to happen. We've got huge time constraints, so we're running behind schedule. It's 8:07 right now. We've got to be at work here, or about 10 kilometres inland, at 2 p.m. We've essentially got 5 hours and 50 minutes from right now to complete this task. I was just looking up on the internet. Apparently, 12 kilometers per hour on a longboard on flat surfaces is actually reasonably quick for a casual. So that's kind of what we're going to try to chase. What's that? 12, 24, 36, 42. That'll give us about an hour and 30 minutes of time, just shy of, to actually catch the train back to Rockingham and get to work. Do you want to say anything?
Bit of support crew today. Got the old giant. We'll see how it goes. Tyres are a bit flat, so I need to pump them up.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So it's out of these two shoes, which one I'm going to wear. Always have skated in skate shoes. I've thought it was actually pretty wrong to skate in sneakers, like I've mentioned before. However, this is an extremely comfortable lifestyle sneaker, so I'm really tempted to just wear these.
I think the skatey.
You reckon the skatey?
Well, yeah, if that's what you normally skated.
Yeah, okay, you know what? I'll use the skatey.
Oh, yeah. Completely flat now.
Bruds, why are you looking through the eye hole still?
There's only the thing open.
All right, 100 meters in and we've already faced our first hurdle. Apparently the freeway is going to be closed everywhere, so I don't know, we're just going to have to try and navigate this, but whatever. It's going to be shit. I can already tell this is going to be terrible.
I know. Catch up to Jake here. Had a bit of difficulties. Should be good now. But it's a bit annoying because I'm a fair bit behind. So now I'm going to sprint for a bit. Try to figure out where he is.
This is already so bad. The headwind is just really strong. I'll push pretty hard 3 times and I'll literally stop within 10 seconds because it's just such a strong headwind. We've started off so badly. We couldn't have started this any worse. I'm about 4 minutes, 5 minutes into the skate and I've already lost Sam. I don't know where he is. It's already pretty hostile because I can't wait for him and just be like, are you all right? We have 0 time to like wait or time to mess around. Like I have to skate ASAP, kind of as fast as I can because we're hell dumb and we thought we could ride 40, 50 kilometers easy and then just go to work like 6 hours after. How you going? I'm just thinking in my head right now, I'm trying to calculate. I think if I can just get 9 kilometers an hour, then we'll make it there on time, like within 5 hours. And I can probably afford like 2 10-minute breaks. So yeah, hopefully I just get cracking. Because I was just thinking like, oh, we got enough time. And then I thought in my head, gee, some people struggle to run 10 Ks in an hour, running real smoothly, no issues. And I got to skate pretty much that. So yeah, a little bit worrisome, but should be right, should be right. 5 Ks in, 23 minutes in, and I've done 5 Ks. How? Sam is nowhere near me. The brother is on a bike. I'm skating into a headwind, and he's nowhere. He's literally nowhere to be seen. It's ridiculous. I should have grabbed the mics off him. If the audio quality is bad, apologies, I have a mic, but he's got the mic receiver and the camera, so not much I can do about that. Hopefully he gets here quick. All right, 32 minutes in, 7 Ks done. Tracking okay, I've got a little bit of playroom here if I can maintain this pace, although I don't think I will be able to over this duration of the journey, so I don't know where I'm at. I'm just gonna keep having a crack. Don't know where Sam is. Like the bloke doing the endurance feat on the skateboard is somehow miles ahead of the dude on the bike that's meant to be supporting him, but it's all right. I hope he's all right. I hope I see him soon. We just got to arguably our first checkpoint, or milestone rather. Thomas Road, just past Costco. So I don't know about you, but nothing feels safer than consumerism. We're just shy of 10 Ks. We're probably gonna hit 10 Ks in like a minute, and it's not even been an hour. So we're actually going okay. We're going okay. Even though, irregardless of the fact that I'm having to push down a hill because the wind's so bad, that doesn't matter. Like, we're going all right. We're just gonna keep this up.
Starting to feel a little bit of fatigue creep in. Skating form starting to decline just ever so slightly. Getting a bit lackadaisic. But that's all right, we'll push through. We'll see what happens in the next 30. 50 minutes in, gonna get into the bag. Thank God I didn't leave this with Sam. I'm gonna have my carbs, me 2 snakes. Emotional support water bottle. Thanks for dropping it off yesterday, Womanfield. Appreciate it, big bros. That's the first ever time I've done the double anaconda, like 2 at one time. Never had the need for it until right now, and it's good. It's really good. Now, don't get me wrong. This is an endurance feat. Probably gonna be like 40 kilometers of skating, but it's not that bad on the energy systems. It's more so bad on the legs. But that doesn't mean that I shouldn't keep my nutrition up. And when you're doing an endurance type feat, like I've mentioned before, 30 to 60 grams of carbs every hour, potentially upwards of 60 if you're really going berserk and you're like a decent runner or cyclist doing like a 3-hour feat. But I'm just making sure I'm keeping on top of everything, trying to make it as easy for myself as it can be. I'm literally moving faster than the cars on the freeway. That's how bad Perth's freeway is. They're always doing work on it. Always doing work on it. Never finishes, but it never ever moves faster either. It's ridiculous. Look at this. Me in this truck. Literally ridiculous. Man, this wind is bollocks. This wind is ridiculous. I'm doing like 10 intense pushes and then my board just stops in like 10 meters. It's ridiculous. These hills. Oh my Lord. I've got a massive quad pump right now on my stationary leg. It's ridiculous. Oh, that hill just killed my legs against the wind. Just hit 15k, so that's good. But gee, these hills are starting to, they don't feel great, I tell you that for free. I'll also tell you something else for free. In fact, I'll give it to you. A week of SJ's membership, free. You get a 1 week free trial. See if you like it there. And then if you like it, obviously, sign up. We got a pretty significantly good strike rate. Most of the people on SJ's, as you've seen if you follow us, smashing their goals. Whether it's physically, mentally, some people even spiritually. And it's not just them motivating and pushing each other and us motivating and pushing them. They're motivating and pushing me. I meditated yesterday, first time in a long time. Want to make it a bi-weekly thing, hopefully twice a week, because of 1 or 2 of our members. That's the kind of camaraderie you get on SJ's. You can try it for free for a week if you want. It doesn't look big, but this is a massive hill. And look how fast I'm going on the board. I'm rendered speechless. Terrible idea, but the wind has made it even worse. All right, 17 Ks in. One thing I've realized is that you got to keep pushing the pace. As soon as you slow down and you plant your foot to kind of push, it's like almost like a slight decel action on your ankle when you hit the floor. It's starting to hurt a little bit. So you just got to keep the momentum and just tap that foot past. Speed is key to avoid that soreness. Oh, you've empty Michael, mum. That's the first time I've stopped this entire ride because my hat fell off. I'm absolutely shattered because I wanted to get to 20 Ks. I think I'm like a kilometer off. First walk test, left big toe on the pushing foot, hurting when I walk, hurting. So I've got to start using that lateral side of the foot now to push a little bit more probably, or at least that mid foot more so. One bit of advice, Jay, the guy that skates, gave me.
What's the advice?
I don't have any advice for you.
Any advice?
Don't do it.
You're gonna have to push the opposite side and switch. I've never been able to, but he just said you're gonna have to do it out of necessity. I'm doing it. Ooh! I'm doing it. It's not good, but really slow, but it's giving that push leg a bit of a break. Oh, this wind's really starting to piss me off, eh? I'm getting no reward for effort when I'm going down these hills. I'm just grinding to get up a hill, and then I'm getting to the hill on the downslope, Just not getting much from it. The beloved Coburn Gateway. This is how fast I'm going downhill right now. I've just come to a complete stop downhill. This is beyond a joke, my buddy. Oh, this is the first time I haven't ridden into the wind all day. It feels amazing. Oh. Old lad just rode past and said, mate, you're gonna have to work hard here. You're riding into the wind. I said, mate, I've been doing it since Rockingham. I've been doing this for 20 kilometers, buddy. We've just hit over half marathon. We've just done the half marathon on the skateboard into the wind, lads. Tell you what, I'm chuffed with that. That's top shelf. I've got some top shelf support work from Sammy too. Said g'day to him at the start. Haven't seen him since for 22 kilometers. Honestly, I'm not feeling terrible. I'm not feeling great, but I'm happy with how I'm feeling. But I did just contact Sam. He called me and said he's going through Coburn. So I says to him, I says, do us a favor, just go to the convenience store and see if you can pop in and grab us a Panadol and a tube of deep heat, because I reckon I'm going to need it in about 10 kilometers. That's the old fella. He's just gone past and said, don't have long now, mate. You're right. Just 20 big ones, baby. 20 big ones, and I'm in Perth. Got a bit of a hill here, so I'm just trying to get some aero resistance type shit here. Head into the headwind. I don't think it's doing anything. Hey, isn't that life? You just got to play a bit of checkers, play a bit of chess, you know what I mean? And now I've got this bullshit hill I have to tackle. Just choking on my own rage, literally. Not gonna lie, it's the legs are starting to fatigue. I tell you that for free. Row highway now. There's a giant hill that goes in a U-turn, and I really wanted Sam to be here as support. The main reason was because I can't bomb a hill that big on a skateboard. Too much room for error. I could potentially hurt myself. Good chance I'll fall off the board. So I really wanted him to be there just so I could hold onto his bike for a bit of, support from the support crew. He ain't here. He ain't here. I'm going to do it alone. I'm too old to be doing shit like this, I reckon. Nah, I'm lying. The whole point of SJs is you're never too old to do anything. But really, you got to consider this. Like in my chimp brain, I just got to think for a sec. This is dumb, but it's also dangerous. But that's the best part of life, is that you just do dumb, dangerous stuff and survive. And then that's better than working at a if you hate that job, nothing wrong with working at a if you like it, if you like crunching numbers. But this hill is that doesn't look big. That doesn't look big, but that's big, lads. Ladies and gentlemen. Second nutrients taken, an hour and 50 in. That was probably an hour since, which honestly was probably 15 minutes too late, but we're splitting hairs there. On top of that, I accidentally grabbed 3 instead of 2. I don't know if that's bad. It shouldn't make a significant difference. I mean, it definitely won't. That's splitting hairs as well, but if anything, it could be the opposite of detrimental. Also, I can see the city. First time I've been able to see the city. New York City, Perth City, Perth City. Oh my God, it's official. My support crew is on the train, heading to the city, heading to meet me closer in the city, my support crew. Wow. He got me deep heat. He got me Panadol, which is awesome. But wow, and this is the hill. It doesn't look that big right now. I'm getting pretty quick, but I don't know. Well, what do I do now? What do I do now? Literally, I'm starting to pick up heaps of pace. Oh shit. Oh, I'm way too fatigued to stop myself. Had to stop myself for a sec there, just because I remember it being big, and on my bike it was even hard to go around that corner, the U-turn corner at the bottom, and you can't see it because of all the bushes ahead, so I don't want to hit it, not be able to turn and legit die. Having a quick peek around the corner. There you go. Chat, can I bomb this hill, chat? Chat, I'm gonna bomb this hill. Whoa! Whoa! Could have bombed it faster, to be honest. This is what it would have sounded like the entire time if I wasn't going directly into a ridiculous headwind. Lads, I'm getting hyped, lads! I'm getting hyped, lads. 19 more Ks. Keep going, mate, from the wrist to the shop, buddy. Woo! Woo! Oh, nice. Woo! Oh my God, bro. Come on, man, what are you doing? This is the most foot traffic I've seen since this ride. We're in Murdoch, which is a pretty populated area of Perth. We've got like our biggest hospital here, south of the river. Oh, 13. Just about a minute away from 30 Ks. How surprised that I haven't had another coffee or a white monster. You want a white monster to get you through this type of stuff. And I literally haven't got one or even thought about needing one, which is interesting. Sam just asked me if I wanted one for the last 12 to 15 Ks. I reckon I'll be okay. Fun fact, my work before PT and coaching was conservation work, natural areas conservation. I'm actually riding through one of the reserves I used to look after. I used to look after some beautiful places like Blackwall, Point Walter. How you going? Stuff like that, Wireless Hill, really nice places. Really cruisy job for anybody that just isn't a soul-sucking dog and would like to do some work that's not going to destroy the universe. But not for, this is my calling, so that's why I'm doing this. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you for this hill. Legit going way too fast for my liking, and there's honky nuts and stuff all over the floor. Oh my God, it's Hill City at the moment. I'm absolutely loving this. Hell scared, but I'm loving it. Gonna go really fast and turn to the left. Literally, I've just been on this hill. It's the first time the whole ride where I haven't needed to push, and I haven't needed to push for like 2 minutes. And I'm very grateful. I'm grateful for everything in my life, and I cherish everything in my life, baby. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy.
Yeah, he's actually here. You look through this camera lens, you should be able to see him. Yep. He's going well. Look at him. Look at the kid. Shirt off, as usual.
We're doing this.
How are we?
Oh, yeah, right. I'm alright.
Do you want Panadol? He's going well.
You can see the lad off in the distance there. Literally, who's struggling more with this event? Me, the dude doing the endurance feed on the skateboard, or the support crew? Alas, my support crew is here. What a gentleman that lad is. What a gentleman. Big Sammy, my guy. Good Big Sammy.
G'day.
How you doing?
Alright, got the train.
I hell don't want to stop. I only stopped once because my hat fell off, so I'm trying to like smash the thing. Keep it consistent. Look at this lad. Yeah. Kenny Bridge. I'll try to keep the pace cracking, because then we've actually got like a legitimate, you know, a flex, a bit of cloud chase. But I'm starting to get pretty sore, lad. The whole limb and foot's starting to get a bit sore. This headwind's killing me. My Achilles is fine, my big toe and calf on that leg are cooked. Like, this headwind is man.
I should really be the one playing, but
The whole time I'm like, where is my support crew on the push bike? My brother's on a push bike, I haven't seen him for 30 kilometers. He's just caught the bus to me. Round 2 of trying to get those aerodynamics down the hill. Full squat. Thankfully I'm Slav, so this isn't news to me. We do this. Oh, my hamstring's really sore, I just realised. Sam's just put the hoodie on because we've spotted some magpies. It's September in WA, which means it's swooping season. So it's just a little safety precaution. Second time I've fallen off today. From one of these hell dumb honky nut things. I'm upset about that as well, because that would have been full-time 0 falls besides the hat falling off. One of the first times where we're reasonably protected from the breeze with this surrounding shrubbery. It's making life so much easier. So this is the equivalent of doing a high stress job and actually getting good quality sleep instead of just raw dogging it every night, watching reels before bed and only getting 5 hours of sleep every night and wondering like, oh, why am I tired? I don't know, buddy. You tell me, buddy. I know, mate. I chose to go into the biggest wind of the year. First time in the trip for like 15 Ks, I'm not on like a smooth surface, we're on this gravelly stuff. Oh my God. The vibrations running through my foot are hurting. At Canning River, this is Canning Bridge. The road that this bridge is on, ladies and gentlemen, is the highway to hell that AC/DC wrote and sang about. We're officially passing the highway to hell. Passing under the highway to hell. 7.5. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Mate, I've had a quad pump on this stationary leg for like 4 hours. 3 hours, whatever. I think it's been like 3 hours or something, I don't know. But anyway, massive pump. The calves are fatigued. I just fell for the second time. This one was just literally my fault. Lost a bit of balance and fell. So pretty displeased with that. But now, to get that good push, like I'm noticing that I'm starting to incorporate more of my body, like a lot of arm swing, like a lot of swing through the core, just to kind of push me through because I'm starting to get pretty fatigued. But we're close.
See, cuz.
We're real close. Look at that sea. Look at that sea.
You're on a good pace.
Huh?
You're on a good pace.
Look how screwed this wind is, man. Oh, this sucks. All right, 2 hours, 45 minutes in, strong headwind. This is the third nutrition intake, double anaconda again. Honestly, with endurance-y type stuff like this, don't get me wrong, it's not anything insane, but you just got to make sure you stay on top of your nutrition. My lower legs are just absolutely on fire. So I just got to manage that, but I'm just utilizing these carbs just so I don't have to worry about bonking hell bad. And all I have to worry about is just trying to mitigate the burn in those legs or essentially deal with it. I can't stress enough, if you're doing any endurance work for 2 hours or more, get those carbs in. Ah, come on, dog. Do you remember these? Gelatin wax. Crack open the stem and smell. Crack open the stem, give it a smell, cuz. You gotta crack it, you gotta really crack it, cuz.
That smells good.
Yeah, they use it for perfumes and stuff. Big buddy. WA's native animal, the black swan. You got a black swan, red peak. Is it a peak? Peak. Peak, sorry. Dude, my PR guy, support guy is absolutely struggling. This brother is struggling at the bits. Guys, I've got this second wind. My brother out there is dying. He's caught the train half the way, the poor bastard. Nah, he's good value, that kid. But he scrubs up alright, that lad. Ah, God, finally. Finally, damn it. Oh, took forever. Woo! Not bad, lads. I've got to admit, I'm wrapped with that. It's not done, I've got like a kilometre or two. But that went better than I expected. I'm pleased, and I got a hill to bomb down. Sam's gone. Have a look at the ting. The ting's nowhere to be seen, the poor lad. Happy. Chuffed and happy. Getting beats, thank you. My boy Big Sammy's back there, absolutely fighting for his life. The poor lad. Oh, he's had a battler of a day. Got a heart of gold, that kid though. Top shelf. I don't know where to end. We're literally just arriving into the city. I believe we're around 42 Ks or so. And I'm not quite sure where to end. I thought Yagan Square, but pretty hilly as soon as you get into the CBD. Perth CBD is hilly as anything coming in from the southern end. So I might go to Elizabeth Quay. I don't know anymore, but yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's been fun, it's been good. That's the That's our little CBD, Perth. You have the option to go straight or right through the tunnel. The right through the tunnel heads to the city. I've slowed down a bit because I'm praying that SK comes through the tunnel. I'm hoping he didn't spit out the other way and didn't realise. Ah, he's literally spit out the other side. Wrong way! Honestly, before I started, I was like, I'm gonna need brakes desperately. But I just assumed, you know, like every hour and a half, or like whenever I feel like I need to have a break. But I did feel like before I started, so I had no idea what I was in for. So I just assumed I was gonna need a break. But I got halfway through and I was like, I might actually be able to cruise this whole thing, which I have. Besides the times I fell off by fault, I've done the whole thing without stopping. And I wanted to wait for Big Sammy, but I just wanted to kick on and just finish the thing in style with a bit of class. Whoa! I honestly reckon we have a beautiful city. Don't get me wrong, there's some bad parts about it. It's not really like historical in any sense because it's not that old of a city, you know, especially in comparison to places that were built much earlier than Perth, you know, everywhere in Europe, everywhere in America. But it's actually quite a nice city, reasonably quiet. There's not a lot going on, which is probably only fault, but I don't know, I like it. It's neat. Ooh. It's a little bit embarrassing. I just literally fell. I'm embarrassed. There were people in front of me. There were people everywhere. Here's Elizabeth Quay. This is like Perth's main tourist attraction. That is the bell tower that used to be our main tourist attraction. Elizabeth Quay is like this statue thing, this little quay, circular quay. If you've been to Sydney, similar kind of shtick to that. Some bridges, yada, yada, yada. That's me. I'm done. I literally got here. Don't know what to say. It was, I don't know, because I actually had no idea what to expect. And then I'm here, and I'm going to say I expected it to be harder, but at the same time, that was really hard. The headwind was so annoying. I'm not going to lie, there was one stage where I was thinking, probably not going to be able to finish this just because my calves, my big toe were on fire and so tight. But then again, every time you do any endurance type feedy thing, you'll always get that thought in your head where you're like, oh, you probably can't do this, just quit. And I think that's the whole point in them when you're coming from like a mental health, mental strength like kind of standpoint. It's at those moments where you're like, I could stop, and most people would stop, but the whole point is to not stop, get over that hump, overcome that hurdle, and then you're sorted pretty much, and you do it and you're like, that was good. Every time you finish one of these things as well, you're like, I could have done more if I needed to. Like, I could do this again. If someone held a gun to my head right now and was like, you have to ride back, I'm feeling real cooked, but I could do it. Just a bit of a power of the mind stuff. Bit lame, bit interesting and cool and retrospective if you, depending on the way that you take it, but thank you. That's a wrap. SJs.
All right, so it's the day after the ride. So sore. My left calf on my pushing leg is poor, mate. I haven't had DOMs this bad for a long time, especially in the calves. I do get some serious DOMs sometimes in the calves, but this is just hectic. Besides that, my left hip flexor, so hip flexor on the main pushing leg, is also pretty tender. And my groins, my adductors are pretty sore, obviously just trying to stabilize while doing the skate. Basically a quick recap. We drove to the starting point on the freeway, but it was actually closed. So we had to drive a couple kilometers closer to the starting point, which was super annoying because if we didn't do that, or it was 1 kilometer. Super annoying because if we didn't have to do that, I would have hit 45Ks. But it is what it is, really. But yeah, essentially the part that we started on was also closed too, but I was just like, ugh, we're just gonna do it, we don't have much time. We got there late at like almost an 8:30 start, so we had like 6 hours to do it, complete it, and then catch the train back to get to the train station, get an Uber to my car, and then drive to work. So as soon as we got there and were ready, I was full blown stuck into it, no time to waste. At the very start, Sam was a little bit behind, was finding it hard to keep up pace. And I was about to turn around and grab him and just reassess, but I thought, like in my head, I thought we've got work soon. Kind of have to get this done. I don't know how long it's going to take. And ultimately, I didn't see Sam again until 35 kilometers down the road, and he caught the train. He rode a bit, and then he caught the train and met up with me just outside the city, and then we did the last bit kind of together. I just couldn't stop because if I did and I waited and then we didn't actually have enough time, we wouldn't have made it to work. I actually did it a lot quicker than I expected. It was 3 hours, 10 or 15 or something like that, inclusive of at the very end in the city when I kind of was like, oh, should I go further or should I not? And I kind of slowed down quite considerably. I just wanted to get about 10 Ks in, knock the first essentially quarter of the ride out before getting off and, you know, having a break. I usually in these endurance type things like to smash out a considerable chunk at first. Just, it's good mentally because you look at it and you're like, all right, I've already done a quarter or like a fair chunk of the first part. So I can do this and I've only got, you know, 3/4 left to go or whatever. So I just wanted to get that first 10K or so done, and I was in the hurt locker really, it wasn't too bad in terms of the actual hurt locker, like the pain, but it was just like banging your head against a brick wall. The wind was so strong that I just couldn't stop pedaling essentially. Not pedal, fuck, what am I talking about? I pushed like 3 to 5 pretty hard pushes, and then the skateboard would roll for like 10 meters, not even, and then I would have to push again just because the wind, the headwind was so strong. So it was a real grind to get that first 10, 15 done, but once I got that part done, and it was the first 20. The first 20 was a proper grind, and then once I got a little bit of smoothness and continuity into the ride, it was actually not that tough. Well, obviously it was tough, but it wasn't too bad from there. It had its moments where I was really sore. That pushing leg calf started to get super sore. And I remember Jay, the skater friend that you saw at the start of the video, he had one piece of advice and he said, you're gonna have to switch push, which I replied, I can't. And he said, you're just gonna have to out of necessity. And now out of necessity, I've learned how to push both sides. So it's kind of a plus, kind of a win out of the situation. But all in all, to sum it up, it was good, yeah. I expected it to be, or to at least take longer. I'm surprised it took the amount of time that it did. Once I was finishing it off with Sam, the headwind was still super strong, and then he couldn't keep up at that last part, so I lost him again and I didn't want to stop, so I just went straight into the city. But I had to sit down at Elizabeth Quay once I finished. Yeah, just was looking at the bridge and the river, and I was just taking it all in. It was pretty good. Honestly, I wasn't that sore yesterday. Obviously I was sore, but not as sore as I am today with these DOMs. These DOMs are shockingly sore. But once we were there, Sam got a coffee. There was a Red Bull car there, luckily, so I had a couple Red Bulls. And at work, I was absolutely cooked. I literally got through the one shift I had and just thought, thank God I don't have another, because don't have a lot left in the tank at the moment. Yeah, I'm glad I did it. Can tick that off the list. Marathon on a skateboard with no prep. So that's kind of cool. Nutrition was really good. Carb load the night before was actually like really good. And then just getting those snakes in was awesome. I really expected after, because I had a coffee as soon as we started in the morning or just before we started. I really expected that I was gonna need another like 2 coffees or a white monster or something. And then in about 30 Ks into the ride, I called Sam and I was like, I don't even need it. It's come to my attention that I haven't had one, but I don't even need one, so I just did it on the one cough. I did call him just before the half marathon, so midpoint stage, and said, can you go get some deep heat and some Panadol, because I reckon I'm gonna need it. And didn't need that either, didn't have any Panadol or anything. Usually in these events, I smash a bit of Panadol, but yeah, it was fine. The vlog quality isn't that good, because Sam had the main camera and he had the mics. One of the mics were attached to me, the other one was attached to him, but the mics were attached to the camera. And because I wasn't with him basically the entire time, we didn't have the recording equipment or mic, so I just had to raw dog on my camera. So it might be pretty shite. I'm just gonna try edit the lights out of it to make it as palatable as possible for you, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to reflect on it and see once I've made the edit in the video. But it was really fun. Love doing dumb shit like that. Kind of brainstorming the next things we can do, our plan of attack next for a few other dumb things we can do. But yeah, it was pretty good. I looked like a bit of a crackhead because I had the shirt wrapped around up around the neck, and I also had one of those like kind of cracky bags. I don't know what you call them. If you get a pair of footy boots or boxing gloves, you get one of these like string bags. So I had one of them. Must have looked like a massive cracky. Also, just for reference, like you would never see someone on a skateboard on this path alongside the freeway. It's like exclusively bikes. Sometimes people bring their motorbikes on it. Everyone was just rolling past me on their bikes and just thinking, what are you even doing? The people that talked to me were like, you're pretty much, this is ridiculous. And then I'd say, yeah, I'm literally from Rockingham, and they'd just be absolutely shocked. We're gonna go to the drawing board. We're gonna orchestrate a nice plan of attack for a few other dumb things. And if you liked this and enjoyed it, give it a like and follow if you can. And of course, remember, this is all powered by SJ's community. If you'd like to join, we have a 7-day free trial, like I mentioned in the video. And then from there, it's only $1 a day. So it's stupidly cheap for programming, a majority of other things such as checking in on people if they need, online form checks, and a range of other things. And if you're living local in Perth or Rockingham, it can be an awesome thing to help you kind of get on track, lock in, and live your best life. That's our goal here. So hope you enjoyed, and if you want to see us do anything ridiculously stupid that you have in mind, just comment and give us a yell. Thanks for your time. Have a good one.